I ask for the truth on behalf of Steph Love concerning family, relationship and financial issues. I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the crow, the carrier of souls from darkness into light. And we cut the deck, and where it splits is where it's believed to be at its most energetic point. Thus the centre of the deck is now on top. We'll deal out 3 cards. The first card represents your recent past. Your second card represents the present. And naturally the immediate future is the third card we just placed there. And there is the layout. The recent past is about a month behind, a moon phase behind, 3 or 4 weeks or so ago, and then the immediate future there is about 3 or 4 weeks or so ahead, with you just right there. We have to bear in mind, of course, we all have a twin destiny. We have a natural destiny and a supernatural destiny, and these cards lock onto the supernatural destiny, don't they? Let's see what has been going on just recently in this family, relationship, financial situation, all 3 in 1. Will you be financially stable? Will you be travelling and all this sort of thing? A lot going on with the looks of it, but let's just see what the cards say. Notice there you've got the 8 of coins. Crowley calls the 8 of coins the Lord of Prudence. This tends to focus on insight, knowledge. Knowledge is power, isn't it? Well, that's Virgo there, very earthly nevertheless. Coins is earth, it's to do with the number 10, which is the physical vehicle. Notice there we've got an owl in the silhouette of the moon, a planet there which symbolises, I suppose, the twilight is often referred to as owl light, isn't it? The owl represents your ancestral spirit guides, who bring signs and omens, and those signs and omens, if you listen to them, can bring knowledge, can bring insight. But nevertheless, 8 is of course a watery number, because any number between 4 and 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 has to do with the element of water or mental and moral qualities of the physical vehicle of Earth. I suppose this is the prudence side mainly, where that's probably why Crowley calls it prudence, in the sense that one must use knowledge, one must use insight, one must use prudence. 8 is challenge. Number 8 is really linked to challenge, a challenge, an earthly challenge, which I suppose prudence is, isn't it? Insight or knowledge is a challenge, isn't it? To gain insight anyway, to listen and follow omens and look at what's going on around you and try and somehow work out what's going on, and if there are any messages sent from your ancestral spirit guides, then of course there's that going on. Lots of books to read, lots of maybe e-books to read, or libraries to visit, or Googles to Google. Either way, a lot of homework has been done just recently. I wouldn't say that a lot of knowledge has been acquired, but certainly there has been a lot of introspection going on, maybe trying to pay attention to the signs, trying to work out what your ancestors are saying to you. I want to pull out the next card, which is what's going on now. Did you listen to your ancestors? Have you paid attention? Were you prudent? Or were you spendthrift? Let us see as we reveal the next card. The Eight of Wands, the Lord of Swiftness. No, it isn't. It's the Nine of Wands, correction. Hard luck. Got that wrong. The Nine of Wands, of course, 4 to 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's the watery part of fire, because Wands is fire, isn't it? And this tends to focus on the fact that, yes, there is a touch of confusion going on, although 9 is the peak of magic, isn't it? In the sort of sense as though, although Leo is very prevalent there, very sort of prominent then, as you say, gaining control is what you're trying to do, but nevertheless there is the confusion, there is the red mist, the red psychological mist in the background there, and then the wands as if holding you prisoner of in some way, shape or form, as if you're half in and half out, you're trying to break through here, as if you're trying to make a breakthrough in some way, shape or form, but you're just a bit too confused. But you've got the magic to do that and to sort of gain control of the situation nevertheless. Lion, of course, Leo or Lion brother there gives you the courage. Ask for what you want, and that will give you the courage to persevere and move on. But where do you move on to? What actually happens between now and this time next month? Let us just flip this card here nice and slowly to reveal a major arcana card, the Magician. Yes, you do establish control in the sense of the magician establishes control. A bit of Aquarius there, but the magician gains control. He's the witch at the altar, and he's got control over the air, fire, water, and earth, and it just indicates that there is sorcery and alchemy. And the Leo that you are establishing control right now, then you get a grip of it between now and this time next month, between now and the 8th of June, as you would say. You get a grip of it. Although I wouldn't use the 8th of June exactly as a date, but it's just enough to say between now and then. We could safely assume that listening to your higher self is on the agenda. Spirit, focusing on the higher self, tuning into the true you, as opposed to just doing what you feel is, even by instinct, can sometimes be wrong, but nevertheless, usually following your gut feeling is the genuine one for you. From a relationship point of view, do things go well? Well, you get a grip of that. You get a grip of the family issue, and you get a grip of your finances all in one. It's all intertwined or all interlinked, isn't it? Where being prudent, being careful with your money, being careful with your family and your relationship, making sure that your relationship, if you're in one, doesn't break down because of arguments over money. And if you're not in one, then good luck to you, because you're probably very fortunate not to be in one. But nevertheless, right now, of course, the Nine of Wands there, the Lord of, sometimes often referred to as the Lord of Cruelty, really, isn't it? But nevertheless, this tends to focus on, I suppose the cruelty of it is, right now, It's really more to do with the fact that although you've got control, there's nevertheless the confusion of what is there to gain control over, what is there to be in control of. We're stuck in a sort of catch-22, aren't we? But nevertheless, the major arcana, the major part of this situation that you're in, you'll be able to put the knowledge to good use that you got back then. You'll be able to put that knowledge into good use in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, within the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, as you regain control. Maybe, I don't know about reclaim what is yours, but certainly just gain control of and establish some order once again. You get balance at least. Adjustment is at least there, and you get balance at least, which is better than nothing for now, isn't it? And for now, of course, these cards have spoken.